It's the end of March. I procrastinate. I have too much to do. It is March newsletter. Who are we anyway? Barbara Michaels writes, "The Sea King's Daughter," a quote. Who are we really? Combinations of common chemicals that perform mechanical actions for a few years before crumbling back into the original components. Fresh new souls drawn at random for some celestial cupboard where God keeps an unending supply, or the same soul, immortal and eternal, refurbished, reused through endless lives by the thrifty housekeeper. In her wisdom and benevolence, she wipes away all the memory as part of the cleaning process, because if we could remember all the things we had experienced in early lives, we might object to risk coming again. Many of you have asked me about past lives, and some of you haven't asked, and I've seen them as you walk in the door. Most of us have been taught that this is not true, that the soul dies and goes on, or the soul just dies. But this is, from my experience, not true. We do recycle. So, who are we? And how can we tap into this? Why can't we know things about the other lifetimes? Well, we can. If you come and see someone like me, or you dream, or you just try to figure it out yourself. So one of the first things I have to say about past lives is that you don't have them all at once, or memories, or working on issues all at once, because some of us have been here thousands of times, or hundreds of times. But there are issues that we need to work out with some other people that we've come in with, or issues within our soul that we need to learn. I had a client come to me and say, I just can't break up with this man. I just keep going back to him over and over. But I feel like I really don't love him, or that he doesn't love me, but we cannot stay away from each other. And as she sat here, I saw, like a movie, a whole lifetime that they had in Ireland years and years ago. And because I saw this, we had sessions where I would chop the lifetime up into parts, and I would say, does this make sense? Is there anything in your life that's happening with him now that can parallel to this? She did say that she felt like if she left, she was running away, and that he would catch her. Well, that's what happened in this lifetime. In the past lifetime, was he was abusive to her, and she kept running, and every time he'd catch her and then he'd beat her. So her leaving, why she couldn't leave him, was because she was afraid she was going to get get caught and beat. And when we were able to look at the past life, she could know, oh, this is not about now. This was about then. He's the same soul. But she had to work this out. And there are other things around this lifetime of hers that she had with him that she had to work out as a soul. That's just one of many examples. Now, when you have strong feelings about something, or there's a pattern that you keep doing and you can't break it, those generally are indications that it's from past life. Who are we anyway? So I was talking to a client this week about the fact that this lifetime that we're in is like being in a play. We have chosen, our parents have chosen a name. We have chosen before we come the sex, the place where we were born. All of this is selected before we come. And we have missions, and we have tasks, and we have things to work through this time. But our personalities are like being on the stage. There's the actor and there's the character. So we, in this lifetime, are playing a character. Now the actor is fully aware of who he is, but he can't let the audience know who he is because he's acting this character. He's acting out this story. So we don't see the actor at all. All we see is the character and the story on the stage. When the character walks off the stage, he is once again the actor. And then he can go back on the stage with the personality, or in plays where there are multiple stories to be told out, he changes costume, he changes his wig, he changes his makeup, and goes on as another character. And sometimes, if he's a very good actor, the audience will not realize it was the same actor that played the other character. So this is the analogy. We are a character. Alice is a character. The actor is fully awake. I'm fully awake knowing I'm playing Alice. So many of us are unaware of how this works. And if you can sit and contemplate what I talked about today, it can sometimes make life easier, or it can make it more complicated. What is this message? Is this coming from me, or is this coming from my soul? And our soul is connected to the other place. Our soul remembers where the other side is. And that's where my soul helps me to help you to connect with others. Alice is merely a character. We also reincarnate in groups. So here's the theory I have just in the last couple of weeks. I think everyone I've ever seen, all of you, I've known before. Why else would you pick me? You remember who to come to. Who knows? Who are we really? Enjoy my video, Astral Weeks by Van Morrison. You have a wonderful month and a happy spring. See you next time.